What? I'm in the middle of a stream. What? Oh. Like, you don't have to... Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. I'm your host, Nessie, the captain of this ship, and so sorry for that interruption in the very beginning. My family decides to bother me 24/7 at this point, and is getting on my everlasting nerves. But anyways, I hope everyone has enjoyed today. I hope someone called me by Neffy. instead of Nessie. Okay. I'm gonna have to make fun of JH for that one. Anywho's, I hope everyone's having a wonderful day today. It's been a weird week, as well as it's been a weird month. And I hope September will be better. Anyways, I hope everyone is ready for House Sanguinis. I put it in a box, and I'm going to mail it to you. Of course, love. You go ahead and do that. Anyways, let me bring everyone in. Hello, shit stain.
Hello, bitch.
Were you surprised by the cheese?
Huh?
Okay,
Oh,
good.
she
It
didn't
doesn't
hear
get
it.
through. Also, Jade, the icon is now perpetually stuck on your face for me.
Okay. Cool.
Also,
Cheese face.
Cheese. The shit I
Zeta has
deal
gone
with.
diabolical.
Shit you put up with, Nessie.
The shit I pulled up with. Also, I'd like to point out Neffy, of all things. Neffy. My new nickname is Neffy. Give
Yes.
me a moment.
I just deserve a nickname. Let's go.
I got it.
Neffy.
Neffy the coffee fiend works even better.
Neffy.
No,
Fine.
no, actually, what
Neffy.
we need to do now is Neffy the coffee fiend. Switch to.
I got it.
Change it for me.
it.
Bless
Bless
you.
you. Bless you.
Bless
Bless
you.
you.
A triple sneeze! Hooray!
There we
Done.
go.
It's been so long.
The Cossie scened.
Oh, coffee fiend.
Okay.
Coffee fee! Oh god.
Fifi.
With the greater mysteries of Twitter. Coffee fiend.
Can we fucking start?
I give up on life. Anywho's. To give a
Don't worry,
recap
you still have a...
of what stupidity happened last week. Each group
Wasn't my fault.
usually isn't.
Of course it isn't.
It's always your fault. Why is it not working? Because it's the wrong screen. I love it.
Nessie wins again.
You know, it's been a while since we've done this, because I've been sick.
Zeta, what are you summoning there?
Zeta is trying to summon the Holy Ghost in hopes that he will be saved today.
If I was trying to summon the Holy Ghost, do you think this would be red?
You never know.
Summon a
Trying to
devil.
summon a napkin.
You
He's
never
summoning a napkin.
know. Anywho,
He's summoning either a napkin or a cheese
It looks awesome though.
without Chiara,
does.
because Chiara has become the bane of my existence today.
Chonkla.
Chonkla,
Chonkla.
more than likely for Chiara. Well, she'll figure that out later when she finally wakes up. However, with the
Ciara
six of
wakes
you,
up. 10 slippers drop above her and deal 48 force damage.
I think that's what I'll do. I am happy to do that.
Yes.
Are you offering a donut to me?
No,
you-
I have summoned forth the donuts.
Oh, you have force summoned the donut. Anywho's.
That looks like a good donut too.
Anyways, to give a recap of what happened last week, the two groups, the hunters and our lovely magical minions, we'll call you, both of you had different tasks to take. Of course, Jonathan, you had received a text message from asking you to meet him.
Jonathan received a text message from Jonathan.
Gerald, you received a text message from Gerald asking you to meet up with him at some point. All of a sudden, while the group of you were in the room that you, Jonathan, and Valerie share together, almost called her Violet. This is going to be the day today.
And
This
you
is gonna
made
be
fun
the
of
day.
my nephew.
Yeah, it's going to be a day. The three of you heard a loud thump against the door, and when you opened it, you saw trailing blood behind him. You saw your friend and partner Christian, who had been brutally beaten and shot. As the group of you pick him up from the ground, Dr. Whitewood, you work to heal him in hopes that you can all get answers from what had happened. Following the trail, Jonathan, you went downstairs and realized he had somehow, with sheer power and strength, had climbed up all the 2 flights of stairs to get to your guys' room, hoping that you would be in there. As you came back upstairs, you sat down angrily while Valerie sitting next to Christian, shocked and stunned with the whole situation.
Do you believe I tried to break a chair against the wall?
You did.
Yes, you did.
You were angry.
Mm-hmm.
While the other
Yes,
group,
you threw a chair.
all of you looking for information and Caro getting subsequently lost, all of you run into...
Hey, I didn't get lost this time.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Liza showing up to talk with the group of you. Of course, you question her on whether or not she seems to be following you, and she gives you answers of she's just been around doing work for Chandria, your mother, Caro. All of you at some point are invited to go to court, and that is, ironically, where we will start.
Oh boy.
Oh, fuck.
Oh fuck.
Let the shit show begin.
Let the
Here we
shit
go.
show begin. As the group of you
Yay.
are led into this large, cavernous, we'll call it a sequoia, because I think, or a redwood. Might be a redwood, whichever one is larger.
It's a redwood.
Is it a
Redwood.
redwood? Okay, thank you.
Yes.
You're
I'm sure Redwood's the largest, yeah.
You're
Yeah.
led into this large cavernous area that seems to have been carved out of this redwood. And you feel the warm, what feels like spring air hit all of your faces as you enter down the stairs and are led into this large throne room area. All of you can make me perceptions.
Perceptions, you say? Perception? Okay.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Let me check my modifier. Perception +4, as always. Fuck!
I'm assuming I roll for Silric as well.
As you can
yes.
tell, Tanwin is tired.
That's mine. And Silric. Crap. I pulled up his character sheet too. Early.
Since Chiara isn't here, she's not going to get the little tidbit that I had for her.
Okay.
Aw.
Neraina gets a 12, Silric gets a 14.
For every tidbit missed, another slipper drops.
Yep. So, Tanwin, I'm going to need you to roll me a 1d100.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
fuck.
Oh,
No
While you
modifiers?
do that, no. I have to go use the restroom real fast. I am so sorry.
19.
it's okay.
I think I'll do the same then.
Yes, run quickly.
Why the fuck is there a leprechaun?
There's a what?
Hold on.
There's
I
a
have-
whole ass leprechaun.
Well, we are in the Fey realm. Did you expect anything less? Really?
There is.
There is a
Oh,
fucking
shit.
leprechaun. What do you think?
That
Oh,
is in
there is.
fact a fucking leprechaun, and he's right there.
Could also
Why
be
is
just
there-
like a traditional Irish gangster. So.
Yeah. Axel, you don't understand. I spotted something as myself, like right at the end of game. And now I have to wait and figure
I
out
know.
if me and Silric know.
I feel
If
like
we see it.
JH's idea of a traditional Irish gangster and my idea of a traditional Irish gangster are very different.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure I've
Probably.
also spotted Chiara's tidbit.
Oh no.
Chiara's tidbit. Oh.
Oh boy.
Oh, I see.
I do not yet, but at the same time, there's so much going on in that room that I'm just like,
Hold on. I'll
Where's the
ping it for you.
leprechaun? Where?
there
oh,
is so much
I'll-
going on in this.
I'll ping it for you. It's right there.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and I'm seeing over here and over here.
Yep. And
I see right here the one who got us here.
Yep. And right up by the very regal looking couple is potential trouble for me and Silric.
Oh,
Fun.
that can't be good.
I don't know if that placing is do I need to ping the one that I spot, guys, for you, or does it not?
which
I am
which
the
one is it?
Lorax. I
Let me-
speak for the trees.
Sorry, my computer is being a dick today. All right, pinging now,
You're fine.
or trying to.
Yeah, I figured as
this one?
much.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
going
but
to
I
be
think
great.
our biggest problem is this fuck.
Hello, welcome back.
Hi, welcome
Mm.
back.
Hello.
But yeah,
Sorry, could
this
you
is our
which?
biggest problem.
What is the
Yep.
biggest problem?
This
There
Mog.
are
Still
so
left
many
on
things
hunting.
happening in that redwood that involve all of us magical people,
Except me, apparently.
except you apparently. But who knows?
I mean, it
I
depends
doubt
on
it.
on my roll. That depends
Unfortunately-
entirely on my 1d100.
Yeah, probably.
Also,
I
what
think
the
it's
fuck
gotten
is
the
this?
19. What the fuck is what?
That.
Reping it.
That is a locked door, clearly. The other side appears to be a portal to somewhere. So, wait a second. Wait a second.
that is a-
wait a second. That
that
is
is
a
a
sealed
spring.
portal. That is a sealed spring or a portal. The fact that it's
This
sealed
is
means
a
it's dangerous.
spring. This is a portal.
Holy shit, there's unicorns.
Yeah, there's
Also,
everything.
scroll down to the bottom.
Does
Yeah,
anyone
I
else
don't
think
like
we're
that.
just? Does anyone else think we're just fucked at this point?
We're
We'll be
fucked.
fine.
Yeah, it depends.
I'm
I
the
mean-
diplomacy guy.
I'm also the
we don't
diplomacy
exactly
guy if
trust
you don't
that.
steal my people. Well,
There's
Caro
the
is the
leprechaun, he was right
diplomacy
in the
guy.
fucking middle. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Caro is the
My
diplomacy
job
guy
is
by virtue
literally
of having power.
Diplomacy guy. A, I have the charisma. B, I
Charisma.
have the family.
You have the nepotism.
Yeah, he's
Nepotism. Hopefully it works for us.
charisma. He's got the nepotism.
Nepotism.
And I have the practice.
Yes, JH. Oh gods.
Like, imagine if we sat on bisected humans. That'd be
I've got
horrifying. thought.
trees sitting.
Blood for the
on
blood
dead
god, skulls
trees.
for the skull
Like-
throne.
I mean, yes, morbid
Thanks,
imagery,
Seda.
but you know, like, what is the equivalent? Because bone shares
There
aren't exactly
isn't.
common. Like, is that like, you know, at a feast when people are drinking out of skull goblets or something like that?
Probably.
Yes.
Yeah,
Something of an analogy, right?
yeah.
Okay. Who else? Because I know that. Okay, I'm trying to figure out
I
who could
am
also be
sorry.
potential problems.
Welcome
No
back.
worries, man.
Fine.
I'm the
No
Lorax.
worries.
I speak for the trees. Those are trees.
Keep reading, Nessie.
Vietnamese.
Ooh. Skulls. from
Little
the
morbid, huh?
So Nessie, I got a 19.
With a 19, as you stand there towards the back of the group, you start to hear a whisper in your ear.
I look around very.
It's not very audible, and you can't really tell what it's trying to say, but as you look around, you don't see any of the people's mouths moving.
I want to focus on the whisper. Would that be a concentration save?
I would say could be... Give me flat Constitution.
Okay, so I roll a 1d20 plus my Constitution modifier.
Yes.
20, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. As you try to focus in, the words are jumbled. I. 4. Am.
No.
And it just
It's not
repeats
saying
it
I'm coming for you.
over and over and over again.
There's a missing word there. It's supposed to be I'm coming for you, isn't it?
You have no idea.
It's my best guess. Is that all it is? Is there anything more? Can I listen, try and feel anything around it?
Nope. Unfortunately, as you start to look around and try to figure out where it is,
I want to close my eyes and focus on the noise itself because I don't think it's coming from anyone around me.
before you even have a chance to close your eyes, the sound dissipates from your ears. Luka. As you entered the room, your head kind of stayed straight. You were kind of holding on to Chiara's hand as she kind of grabbed your hand as you were coming down the stairs. And I'm going to retroactively roll for Pika.
Pika fails.
Who knows?
Pika fails
It's
on
Lord
by
of
virtue. Pika fails by virtue of not being conscious.
The dice will decide.
Dirty 20.
Oh,
As you can see, Pika's only observant when she's not here.
Correct. Pika or Chiara kind of pulls on your sleeve, Violet, and kind of points towards this area.
Hold it.
Okay.
And she kind
will-
of pulls you down to her size, to more her height, and whispers in your ear, "That's a dragonborn. And look at the child."
I will, look at the child?
As you look at the child, before you even get an opportunity to look at it, you get this dark, foreboding feeling from that corner.
Is it coming from a person?
You don't know, but it's a feeling you have felt before. You can roll me a history check.
Sure.
With a 6, you can't exactly place where you have felt this before, but it's something from your childhood.
From my childhood. Huh.
But I'll let you sit on that. Next on the list
Like a
is Dragon. Neraina, you and Silric are behind Vi and Caro. And as you guys stop here waiting to be introduced, you feel Silric's hand tighten around yours. You feel him kind of freeze in kind of like a very stiff moment as you kind of follow his gaze up to right beside who you can only presume is Oberyn. And as you look up, you recognize this face. This is Silric's brother, who you had met in Ilsatora.
Neraina's hand kind of tightens in response, and she'll kind of shift her she'll kind of tilt her head toward him and give him a little nod, as in and to acknowledge that she has also seen what he sees.
He just kind of keeps a hold of this grip while he doesn't remove his eyes from this person. However, it doesn't look like the person has spotted either of you yet. Thankfully, even though Silric is pretty tall, he's fairly close to Caro's height. They're fairly close in not in stature, at least in height. And being kind of surrounded by everyone and kind of being further away from the throne, it doesn't seem like he's spotted you exactly. If you actually watch his gaze, you can tell that he is actually looking at the group of people here.
Oops.
Which?
Sorry, which group was it?
Right here.
The problem.
The
Okay.
problem. Going on
problem.
to Caro, though. Caro, you walk in following your mother, and as you go to stop to wait to be introduced, right as Neraina kind of spots the people, you also spot them. You see...
Is he looking?
He's not. His face is pointed directly towards Titania, who he is talking to. And you see Mog, the son of the Night Queen herself.
How long's it been since the duel? It's only been like a week. Right?
It's been almost 2 weeks.
Fresh memory.
Fresh memory. Yes, very fresh.
Not that I can forget. Was an interesting day after.
Yes, it was. After a little bit passes, you watch as after a few minutes pass, it seems like Mog is arguing about something, and you see Oberyn stand and his voice boom out across the entire throne room, and he just yells, "Quiet!" And you could literally hear a pin drop. It gets that quiet. You, for the first time, watch as Mog completely stiffens up as he is told to quiet down. At that, you see Titania kind of regard your group, and then her eyes land upon you, Caro. As she had this more worried look on her face, like you could kind of see where she was regarding everything that was being said, and you could tell that things were upsetting her. But then once she catches eye of one, your mother, and then of course you right behind her, her face just lights up and softens. And she says over the quiet room, "My dear grandson, it is so happy to have you back in your realm."
Hand on head, how snarky am I allowed to be?
Up to you.
Depends entirely on how much you want to gain from
We're on
this.
trial for our lives. We're on trial for our lives, potentially.
A little snark should be. Good to be back. We'll throw a wink.
You hear your mother scoff a little, and you can kind of feel her turn slightly and give you that stare of, don't dig your hole in a little bit further. And she steps aside to allow your group to go forward, ushering all of you towards the center more.
All right, let's go.
All right.
So do you head forward?
Yeah,
I said
I will
yes.
follow.
Following Caro,
Following.
I will like to say
keeping a
Neraina
hold
is
of Tiara.
Neraina is keeping a hold of Silric's hand. Not that he'd probably let go at this point, but she's also I think she's more keeping an eye on Silric's brother right now too, and the people up on the dais. Is that the word?
Dais.
Yeah, dais. Dais. Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you. Thank you guys.
You're
Much
welcome.
appreciated. So yeah, keeping an eye on Silric's brother, holding Silric's hand very tightly, and keeping an eye on the people on the dais.
Okay. So the group of you kind of nudge forward. Caro, you pass Chandria, or not Chandria, Kaluri, as she kind of stands there, her head slightly down, but she looks up slightly to kind of catch your eye and kind of nods.
Y'all are too much.
Other way around.
There is-
Loomba.
Oompa.
There is a whole
Oh
other
my-
conversation
It's
going
like
on
the-
for us.
It's like
Oh.
it's Godzilla. Like it looks like Godzilla,
Like
but due to
Godzilla.
international copyright laws, it is not.
It isn't.
Yes.
Legally distinct.
Like, it looks like the Oompa Loompas, but due to international copyright, they are not.
That's amazing.
I'm so happy.
See, that may look like Mog,
Record.
but due to international copyright law, namely his copyright is not allowed in the Sealy court, it is not.
Oh my god.
For the record, I think
Shall
my
we
Wombo
continue?
joke was funnier.
Okay,
Yeah.
moving
Can we
on.
Moving on.
Can we
Yes.
move on?
Yes.
Moving
good idea.
on. Kaluri gives you just a nice nod towards you and just shakes her head as you pass by. What do you say?
I don't know exactly what accusations have been brought before the court. I would like to hear them. I'd like to know what I'm being judged for doing and whether or not, well, I did it.
You watch as Mog goes to speak, and you watch as Oberyn raises his hand and Mog just stops in his tracks. I have heard enough from you. You have attempted to disgrace my family, bringing accusations of a mishandled duel that your idiot younger brother attempted to start. Now, if my ex-wife would like to come here and attempt to make these accusations herself about that child, I will listen, but not to you. Especially when it has to do with my own grandson.
correct me if I'm wrong, but the charge is a mishandling of a duel?
Titania sighs. Mab has stated that you attacked her younger son without provocation outside of the court. And then, when you were attempted to be captured, killed many of his men, and then, within the castle, took advantage of him and broke the rules while during the duel.
Really? Now that's quite the list of accusations, as I was, first of all, defending myself. Second of all, I won the duel fairly when he tried to cheat. Why is this being brought up again? I let it go.
Mog then looks at the two of them. May I speak? We have come here without thought of our own safety, within neutral grounds, as we have been told, to bring an issue to the great King and Queen of Summer. We have attempted to reach you for 2 weeks now, with no help or assistances. And finally now, my mother has allowed me as a liaison. As payment for this transgression, all we ask for is Mithridane.
I need you to know I'm trying real hard to hold back my snark.
Shit.
If anything should be paid, first of all, do you bring evidence of these charges?
You watch as he reaches into his bag and he holds out a crystal. This crystal shows that the rules of the duel were broken. It holds magical traces of the point right before my brother was killed. We, of course, didn't see what had happened, but it shows that Karrokhan Sumethra was the one who killed him and used an illegal tactic.
I
Yes,
would
he-
like to open my sight and gaze upon the crystal.
Okay.
I
in
would
it-
also like to look at the crystal, since I'm listening.
my background has it to where I can forge documents pretty effectively. Could I make the argument that I would be able to tell if something like this has been altered or tampered with?
That's documents, not
Okay.
magical items.
All right, fair enough.
Well, Nessie, what do my fancy detecting magic eyes show me?
Give Nessie a second.
Roll me an Arcana check. With advantage.
Oh, yeah! Nat 20.
Okay, you don't need advantage.
God damn!
I don't need that
Goddamn.
shit!
As you gaze upon it, you get a sick feeling that, oh god, oh god, oh god,
Uh-oh.
everything just spilled on my desk.
Oh, no. Fix
Take a
it.
few,
Fix
clean
that.
that
Take care
up.
of that. It's okay.
Take
Clean
care,
that
take
up.
care.
Holy shit.
God.
A sick feeling, eh?
Oh shit.
Feeling.
Is today?
Tablet.
Today is the day. Holy fuck.
Not the first time this has happened.
Oh man.
Not the first time this has happened. Motherfucker.
Is it the first time today that this has happened?
This is the first time today, yeah.
Well, there's that.
Just not the first
Well, I
time
got the-
ever, you know?
Yeah.
This is why
I
I
gotta
don't
remove
normally like
that.
dressing up as Violet
Safety.
because the shirt that I use is sleeveless and it's very cold in my room.
Or no?
Put a jacket on.
Mother trucker.
Okay, you know what? Hold on.
Today is just scuff. Today is just
scuff.
pure,
I saw a
unadulterated
short with that.
scuff.
Bro is standing in a desert and
Yeah.
speaks that line.
Behold.
Behold, the field in which I grow my fucks. Lay thine eyes upon it, and thou shalt see that it is barren.
You need more gravitas if you're gonna read that out. Like,
And
behold,
thou
Behold,
shalt see.
field in which I grow my fox. Lay thine eyes upon it, and thou shalt see that it is barren.
All right, I have made it. I have made it so Violet canonically wears Beetlejuice merch.
I mean, why not?
Based.
We are in the real world. Well, you're ahead, but you get the
Anywho's,
idea.
I am back.
Welcome back. Is everything okay? Like, not.
People say,
Is my anyways,
Okay.
Electronics are safe?
electronics are safe. I'm just gonna have to clean my
Okay.
desk. It's
Okay.
fine. The first is almost here. I really don't give a shit. I'm getting a new desk.
Woohoo!
I literally go to order it tomorrow. So
Yay!
fuck yeah.
Hey.
Anywho's. With your nat 20 Arcana, fuck.
Gimme.
"Give me Lord, I want to break you."
You've never heard of the Unseelie Court using magical crystals to record data on duels. Those are kind of arcanomancy sort of things that usually the Unseelie Court doesn't involve itself in. Usually the magic school likes to dabble in that sort of thing.
Typical.
Not.
Dare I say expected.
Yeah. On top of that, when you look deep into the crystal, you can see as you kind of the picture of the entire duel where you guys are kind of fighting, and when you guys are within that circle, unable to see each other, of course. Yep,
Okay, so it can't see through the
it can't.
Cool.
And as you look at it, it seems to narrow in and paint, I use quotes over at, a picture of what's going on inside. However, from your experience, you know those things cannot see through darkness.
What does that mean?
It means it means they tampered with it.
Inconclusive evidence.
Objection!
Objection!
that evidence, pardon my French, is horseshit.
Here we go.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
I
we
have
really do
worked
have
with
the
those
sound effect.
prior. They cannot see through magical darkness.
There's a long pause within the courtroom as you see Oberyn and Titania kind of lean into each other and talk for a second. And then they look up to the rest of the council that's behind you. I, unfortunately, have no experience in this sort of magic. Does anyone here have other experiences that can corroborate Karrokhan's testimony here?
Question: as a 117-year-old individual, do I have any history?
Nope.
Cool.
I'm gonna subtly try to shoo Kalilri up.
Does the Coven have any experience with this?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to assume that
Does Caleb?
artificing has nothing to do with this either, and just not say
Caleb is
anything.
not here.
Caleb is not present.
Roll
Oh,
me an
damn it.
Arcana check.
Me?
Yes, Neraina.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's much more your thing, yeah.
And
Okay,
you
I
can
was-
roll me a
Oh.
Arcana for Vi.
Ooh.
17.
Ooh.
21.
For both of you, you both passed. Neraina, you being a student at one time of Liza, you know Arcanomancy and Arcanotech a lot of times is something that you work with as an artificer. Like, oftentimes, working alongside Liza, you would kind of test out a variety of different things. You know that there are magical limitations to these crystals. A lot of times, they cannot do what an average person or an average mage can do. I.e., they have limitations such as things that may require a certain racial ability, i.e., seeing through darkness.
Neraina will Neraina and Silric are right behind Caro and Vi, you said,
Yes.
correct? I'm looking at that again. Neraina's gonna kind of tap Caro gently on the shoulder and go, I'm not an expert, but I can confirm that what you have said is true if they need another witness. I've worked with Liza on some things like this before.
By all means. Please. I'd like to keep my head.
Neraina's gonna kind of take a deep breath, squeeze Silric's hand, and gently disengage and kind of step up next to Kulir. How do you say her name?
Kaliri.
Just say Hendeft. Just say Hendeft.
Next to Hen, stand up next to Hendeft, and just kind of look at Mog and the crystal. I too have worked with those before. They cannot do what you say they can.
Vi also takes the opportunity to step forward too and raise her hand. I go actually to the School of Magic, and I can also attest that they do not say what he is stating. I've had in-depth experience, in fact, with them, as my mother works extensively with them too. And you watch as Titania kind of looks down at Mog with kind of this face that's hard to describe. It's kind of, she's trying to keep a straight face and asks him, "And what do you say to these allegations, Prince Mog?"
Might I vibe check Mog?
Insight.
Randomly, couldn't Neraina has stepped forward. She can see
Damn, 11.
she can see Silric's brother. Does he recognize her? Does she see anything that would hint that he's like, oh, it's her sort of vibe when Neraina
Roll me
steps
an
forward?
insight.
Because she's looking at Mog, but she's still got a side eye going on the brother.
Of course.
Just she doesn't. Yeah. Oh, sorry, that was an insight.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's actually not too terrible. 24.
With your 11, Luka, you can't really seem to get a vibe off of him. He seems to be standing pretty tall. His hands are kind of behind his back, and he doesn't seem to be giving off a lot. However, Neraina, with your 24, he is looking directly at you when your eyes meet. And the moment your eyes meet, he kind of turns his gaze towards Mog to kind of act like he didn't just meet your gaze.
Okay, so he's not so he knows I'm there, he recognized me, and he's trying to act like he didn't.
Correct. From
Okay.
his face, he doesn't seem angry. More shocked than anything.
That's what I was looking for. Okay. As soon as he does that, Neraina's where did you move? Neraina's gonna kind of shift her eyes back towards Silric for just a second to see how he's doing since she's walked away for a second.
Okay, so as you do that, Mog kind of stutters for a second as he tries to go and speak, and Oberyn looks directly at him. "What is it, son? Are you not expecting the answers you got?" I think we can agree that council should be adjourned for this, because I feel like this is more of a family matter than a council matter. Don't you agree? And he looks at Titania, and Titania kind of looks over and looks at the group. "I think I can agree to that." And as she goes to stand, you watch as all the council members around you stand, and with quiet shuffles start to shuffle out of the actual room. Violet, I need you to roll me one more perception check.
Okay.
Did Silric look okay? Is he still focused?
I still have an inspo save, but I'm
Yes,
infoing
you do.
that.
Sorry.
You also have a set of fate, don't you?
I'm not using fates. Bullshit.
You also have the inspo from today.
Oh, I do. You know what? Fuck it. I don't care. I only can use that today, so
20.
20.
There you go.
As you watch as everyone starts to leave, you watch as the Pegasus and unicorns leave. You watch as the people over here start to leave, and these start to leave, and the tree ants, and this lonely person leave. However, you recognize two of the people sitting here. As you kind of look around watching as everyone leaves, you've seen these faces before.
Which two?
These two.
Hmm.
You can't place them, but you think that you've seen them in some sort of bar. However, you watch as they leave out of one of the portals as they leave too, and then you and Chiara land your eyes on this group of three. Towards the back, you see a man cloaked in dark robes. And when he meets your eyes, you see a set of red and black eyes that you have seen before in your past. They glimmer with gold as the group of them start to shift and turn away. You watch as they leave the room and out of your sight.
Well, my past is coming back to haunt me.
As most times it does.
As most times it does.
Welcome to the fucking club.
Yeah.
As all the groups leave, it's not 20 ass.
Digging up the past again.
100%.
Dream
Owen and
format is
his
perfect too.
Yes. Owen and his 20 ass. As everyone leaves, you see Oberyn look at the group of you and then look back at Mog's group.
Real quick, does Silric's brother leave?
No.
Okay. Interesting.
You can roll me. I don't know if this would be investigation or perception. I would say perception.
Perception?
You're rolling a lot of perception today.
Okay. I guess, can Neraina also be making her way back to Silric since she's said her piece and it seems like things are
Yes.
shifting a little bit? So, yeah, she's making her way back to Silric, grabs his hand immediately, and then, checks and makes this check. 14?
14. As you look up at the brother who now seems to have closed the gap between him as well as the other person on the other side that you are now spotting, you see him in specific garb. Very much similar to what you have seen Silric wear when he is working for the King of the Elves. Except it has a different insignia on it. It has a cherry blossom on it.
Okay, so Neraina's going to see that. She gets back to Silric. She's going to grab his hand and carefully go up on tiptoe and whisper into his ear, "Your brother has a different insignia than you do on his armor. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but it's a cherry blossom."
It's because he is a knight of the Sealy Court.
Right, we never did have that conversation, did we?
Nope.
Okay. We're going
Out of
to
character,
later.
so
Understood.
out of character. So Silric is a knight of the Elven Court.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Of the King of Ilsatora, correct?
The Elven Knight.
The Elven King. Yeah. Okay.
Cannot be fucked to remember his.
Yeah, but yeah, no.
He's only a minor royal.
Yeah, no. In spite of the seriousness of what she just told Silric, she does still kind of, take his
Elwyn.
hand again and.
Elwyn,
Yeah,
Myanmar.
she'll take his hand and just kind of go, okay.
There are a lot of
Ooh.
wind in this world.
Yeah.
Also, a lot of names that start with V or M.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That is not my fault.
Very mystical.
Not my fault entirely. After a few minutes, Oberyn looks at Mog and says, I hope you can give your mother our regards. However, you will no longer be allowed in this council room. With what we have seen today, as well as the evidence brought to us, I think it is safe to say that the Unseelie Court, as well as its allies, want just more land to take over. And I think we will be informing the Hunter Society about this issue, as they are right now taking over and protecting Mithridane. You see Mog's hands ball up in fists, as he then bows very rudely, almost sarcastically, and says, of course. I'll make sure she knows where your stance is. And you watch as he turns on his heels and the dark pixies follow behind him as he exits the room. Or starts to, at least.
I'm not gonna stop him.
Okay.
If anybody's looking at Violet, her shoulders kind of just drop as she's letting go of tension that she was holding for a while.
Yeah. Neraina lets out a Ooh.
Alright, someone start the timer. 2 weeks before the next headhunt. On my head.
You say that out loud?
Oh, yes.
Sure, why
Caro, do not say that, please.
You watch as Chandria and Hendef both kind of turn towards you and just say, really?
Look, I've gotta stay in character.
Neraina appears to be reaching for something in a pouch and seeing both Caro's mom and Hendef look at him, just kind of. No, never mind. Like she looked like she might actually have been going to set a timer or something.
From here, though, we head back to Club Euphoria.
Enough fun times.
Enough fun times.
Ooh.
Back to the
Back to
seriousness.
responsibility.
Back to responsibilities.
Back to the professionals.
You didn't have to do them like that.
It is a fact though. We are professionals who do this for a living.
He's not
They-
wrong.
Let's put
They
it
are-
this way. Doing it for a living makes you professional, not the quality of the work.
Jonathan, as you come up the stairs, heading back to the rest of your group, you receive another text message from Gerald.
Do I now? Well, then, what does it say?
As you open your phone, you see a text message. I have found a location for us to meet. Here is the location. And you see the address of a local park/garden area that is downtown.
Right, that is not sus at all. Right. I was trying to figure out where the fuck Christian came from last session, I think. But did I actually follow the trail to its end?
Yes, it seems to have come out of like the front door area as you went down the stairs. You kind of like followed it, and it trailed all the way to the front door, where you even saw at the doors itself the two witches kind of looking at the blood and trying to figure out what it was. However, you kind of go past them and you see it goes all the way out to the main street, where you can kind of see his handprints had hit the floor as if he was tossed out of something.
Right. The thing is, like, I could think about this rationally, but I feel like that would almost be out of character.
Rational rage.
Is the how Donovan would be the guy for rational rage, though, wouldn't he? Like,
But it is
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
like if I
he
think
threw a
about this, I
chair.
can be angry.
no,
He threw
but
a
like,
chair.
or rather, the seemingly rational rage, where it looks like he's still got his thoughts in order, but you don't actually know what's going on beneath this.
You're like Jonathan is angry, but he knows if he thinks about this properly, he can sooner get to the person he can let loose and be angry at.
Right, so laying out my thoughts here for a moment. I will literally eat a shoe if that is not a trap. There's no way this isn't some form of trap, whether it's to catch Jonathan in a lie or more likely to just cap him, like they already tried to do Christian. Most likely someone has caught on, or at least suspects at this point. But because that's not a certainty, he can't, like, purposefully blow the cover yet. So he needs to at least make a token effort to play along for now. On the off chance that that Gerald is actually that dense. And if he isn't, Gerald hasn't been a field agent. Jonathan has. So, or at least not officially, but I mean, who knows? He seems to be crooked as fuck, so maybe he has been doing some shady shit. But also, Gerald is getting on in years compared to Jonathan. The dude's in his 50s, if I recall correctly.
Yes.
Which, like, yeah, you can still be combat capable, but Jonathan is a, you know, in his 30s. And therefore considerably more capable of kicking someone's ass in general. However, Gerald is not an idiot, so he probably has a numerical advantage if he actually wants to ambush Jonathan, and it's not like I can get some backup right now, because my backup is currently busy saving Christian, who can't exactly back me up either. And any other friends Jonathan could call on are not exactly in reach right now. Or probably, but trying to figure out who is close enough to come by probably would take too long. So, could I get one of the two? I mean, I can't really get Owen to help, because he's the doctor. And we kind of need him to make Christian not die. I suppose he could bring Valerie, but that would literally instantly blow his cover. So, what do?
What do indeed?
I mean,
Bring Christian.
we could do the Star Wars thing. It's like, it's a trap. What do? We spring the trap. So, I think all that's really left to do at this point is to go there. You can't bring Christian, he can't even walk. Now, if Jonathan had, like, for some reason had the ability to disguise self, if he were to disguise himself as Christian, that would confuse the ever-loving hell out of them. But
Does anyone in the party have that?
Nope.
We're all in a
Owen?
different Please.
Owen is the only mage
I
here
mean,
right now.
in Jonathan's party group, is there anyone who can disguise him as Christian?
Hoseda, do you have disguise self?
I'm looking. I am looking.
It's literally just to satisfy my curiosity. We've already established why Owen can't come along, but
Disguise self is only Artificer, Bard, Sorcerer, and Wizard.
right, so that's a no then. But I mean, you can get it through weird
Hmm.
means if you really want to. But
I might
okay,
have
so
some
basically,
of-
Jonathan can't pull a psyop on them. But yeah, like I suppose it's time to spring the trap.
Okay, so what do you do?
Or maybe, dodge it if possible. Try to disarm it. But yeah, Jonathan's going to look very casual on the outside. Also, he's going to wash his hands first because he probably has blood somewhere.
Yes.
Um,
So you head to the bathroom. There are two here.
yeah, just whichever. He's just going to wash his hands
He's
until
gonna
you
let
can't
Owen
see the...
know?
Like, it doesn't even need to be thorough. You just shouldn't be able to see the blood at first glance.
Wash his hands. Does the hand wash and you finish. Could have you roll for cleanliness, but I'm not that mean.
Yeah, roll if whoever Jonathan slips in the bathroom and knocks his ass out on the sink or something.
Roll me a
Roll
dex
dexterity.
save.
Yeah.
Joking.
Not even
Sarcasm.
going to dignify that over a response.
Sleight of hand to see if you clean off all the blood.
Anyway, so Jonathan is going to make. I'm presuming it's not in walking distance, or is it?
It's not. It would be downtown Seattle.
Right, so he's gonna take a cab somewhere close, but walk the last leg of the journey.
Okay.
Not gonna tell anyone? What? Okay,
No.
sorry.
No. Jonathan at this point just
Righteous
outwardly
rage. Got it.
calm, but inwardly,
Righteous rage.
this is
Got it.
either he's going to take care of the problem, or it will no longer be his problem because he will be dead.
Okay.
Those
So-
are the two options at this point. Jonathan knows his job is difficult. He's got his affairs in order at any given time. If he dies, everything's already settled.
Fair enough.
So,
So, you take a cab, quiet throughout the journey, contemplating about what your potential next steps will be. You ask the driver to drop you off on the outside of the park as you continue walking in. As you walk in,
yeah, obviously he has his eyes peeled, but like in a subtle way, Not
as
making it obvious that he's actually looking around, well, definitely looking around a lot.
of course, you see a variety of different people at the different kind of seating arrangements that are around the entire park. And as you walk up towards kind of the center area, your feet finally hit almost like a marble walkway as various people are sitting at each of the benches, some feeding the birds in the area. And as you walk up, you spot the back of Gerald looking at the fountain.
Right, well, it's time to go approach him then.
Okay. Do you sneakily approach him or do you just walk up casually?
Not making particularly efforts to disguise his presence, but I presume Jonathan is just generally a bit more stealthy than the average person. Just normally. Again, he's chill. Nothing suspicious is going on here. No, sir. This is just him meeting up with his old friend.
Of course.
Why would anything else be occurring?
Okay. So you
If someone is going to turn this into a suspicious thing, Jonathan is not going to be the one who sort of breaks the veneer of normalcy here. he's gonna hold up the facade for as long as he can, just to see what Gerald does. So.
Okay. So you slowly approach Gerald as he stands there, his hands behind his back as he looks at the fountain. He kind of sees you in the reflection as you approach, and he sighs slowly. I'm shocked you came.
Well, I mean, it is a nice park. And I suppose I haven't seen you in a while.
True. I expected when my men figured out Christian, you'd be right behind.
Has he done something?
I don't know, you tell me.
I mean, he's a bit of an annoying piece of shit sometimes, but... What exactly do you want me to tell you here? Like...
Roll me a deception check.
I mean, is he really being deceptive, though?
I would
Or
say so.
are they both fully aware of what's going on here?
You don't know.
Because it sounds like Gerald's already made Jonathan, and he's just playing along. Or is Gerald genuinely still not in the loop? In which case, yes, that would be a deception roll. So do I need to roll for deception?
You don't know.
Well, you're gonna have to tell me. What?
You don't know what he is thinking. You can roll me an insight on him first.
Okay, I can do that. I can do that. I need to actually check my insight. I haven't used that in a while. Where is it? There it is. Hello? Nat 20. I know him. I
You
know
know
him
him
inside and out.
You know him too well. You could read Gerald like the back of your hand, like an
You
open
can probably read
book.
me too, though.
You can tell that he is tense, that he has received some sort of news that he hasn't exactly made an opinion on. But you can't tell what. But you can tell that it has upset him in some capacity.
Actually, because it has been 2 weeks. What was like the official reason he wanted to meet up?
His official reason was he had gotten disturbing news about something and wanted to talk to you about it.
Right, okay, that helps me formulate the response. Because, well, is this quote unquote disturbing news related to Christian?
It's related to you and Christian.
What, did we not file our paperwork on time?
Stop being so facetious with me, Jonathan. I trained you. Do you think I am some kind of idiot?
I mean, sometimes, but maybe not in general.
I can smell Valerie's perfume on you.
What?
I trained the three of you closely. If you don't think I can't tell, you must seriously think I lack intelligence.
Okay, at this point, Jonathan's gonna look genuinely slightly perplexed. Like, what? Perfume? Seriously?
And it's not just that. You have been sighted around Valerie recently. Specifically on the attack that happened at the old hunter warehouse that had been decommissioned almost 2 decades ago.
What do you mean the one with the vampire thralls in it? Or that had vampire thralls in it?
Not just that. 2 suspected members of Asmodeus's cult was also involved there. And that was suspiciously missing from Christian's report. So I asked him about it. And he lied to me over and over and over again. Much like Valerie did. Oh.
Did Jonathan ever file a report on that?
No.
Right. Okay, continue, please.
Much like Valerie tried doing when she got entangled with that one vampire from Euphoria. Odd that you all are using Euphoria as a hideout, seeing its neutral ground. Smart. Especially with McAllister in the background.
That's probably the moment the facade has fallen. At this, also, at this one, probably besides some side glances, they're both still looking straight ahead, not at each other. If we're talking about odd coincidences, isn't it kind of funny that both Valerie and Christian have almost died to hunter weaponry? I really don't appreciate finding my friends half dead and being able to tell where the bullet came from. Almost enough to make one suspicious, to maybe conduct a little investigation on what might have been going on there. Maybe hold back some information for a while, just in case.
The thing is, you have no idea where it came from. And at this point, they have both been blacklisted within the Hunter Society. And I think you should be very careful that you and McAllister don't become blacklisted either.
Oh, I could not give a rat's ass if McAllister gets blacklisted. Not exactly the most pleasant person to be around. Generally suspicious, as you know. I've told you about this.
Yet you continually work with her.
It's not my place to stop. She outranks. But she doesn't outrank you. If you want to do something about it, by all means. I've given you all I have.
I think we can mutually help each other here then.
Go on.
I can give you the person who shot both Valerie and Christian if you deliver to me McAllister's head.
It is distinctly outside of operational procedures.
This is distinctively a very odd situation to be in.
How much more evidence do you need to do this the proper way? because I've given you plenty. We know she's suspicious. You have your contacts. You should be able to verify a lot more.
What evidence?
You know she's been breaking the chain of command.
Oh, I'm aware of who she is, which is why I asked that you bring me her head. In
Have I
return,
reached that point?
I may not go after both Valerie and Christian again.
May does not exactly inspire confidence.
It's what I can give you.
Have I reached the point of internal decay where the only way to remove corrupt elements is a bullet?
Things are decaying everywhere, and that's the only way that we can take order back.
It's a disturbingly final way of cleaning house.
Jonathan, we're at war on every front.
Which is precisely why we cannot afford to make missteps that are of the lethal sort. Would you stop at McAllister? Or would someone else end up on the chopping block after?
That depends.
On what?
If it ends.
You know, I hate people being vague on purpose. If depends on if what ends.
If this war ends, Jonathan. And at this moment, he turns towards you.
Jonathan just slightly turns his head.
You see he has a scar across his face that is new. It's slightly bandaged up.
Well, that wasn't there before.
And that's a story for another day. If we allow people like McAllister to continue on the way she has been doing, there won't be a Hunter Society anymore. Hell, the world won't be around anymore. And the next person, and the next thing after McAllister will be the mages. As they are just as corrupt as she is. And I've learned firsthand with that.
You might be overestimating McAllister's competence somewhat, but
Oh. Oh. Connections?
stare back out at the fountain for a bit.
Can you repeat what you just said? Like, my connection just shat itself.
The fuck?
Discord is
Discord?
blipping people.
Okay.
Discord just
Discord
then.
just
The
did
server didn't
something.
die. The Discord, the server died. We're now on a
Okay,
Rotterdam server.
Yeah.
Hey, you're up.
We're all back.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
yeah.
You're up. You're
Okay,
up.
yeah, I lost most of what Jonathan was saying to Gerald
Same.
towards the end there. So,
Where did you stop?
Right.
he was talking. I lost you right after he started talking about mages being just as corrupt as the Hunter Society. Is when I started losing you.
Jonathan literally just snarkily pointed out he might be overestimating McAllister.
Okay, so I didn't miss too much before Discord shat itself. Got it.
Yeah, and then he started looking out at the fountain again, sort of in thought.
I'm sorry it has had to come to this, but there was only one way to get your attention. And unfortunately, you're very difficult to persuade. I was hoping that you wouldn't run into Valerie like you did. However, you did.
That's good. Actually, this is a wonderful point. More opportunity to light up a cigarette.
You light up a cigarette. He's
gonna offer one to Gerald too.
He'll just raise his hand up. I quit 10 years ago.
Well, desperate times and all that. You never know. He puts the cigarettes away again.
I need you to roll me a perception check.
Oh, my favorite. Does this count as my related to favorite terrain? Is
Yes,
this urban related?
It does.
Nat 1, but still 13.
You have inspiration.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna use it for this.
Will you lose the inspiration if you don't use it?
No, this one's a permanent one. Using it for
Use
an
a
actual
base
life or
point
death
instead.
situation. I mean, who knows? I don't know if this is a life or death situation. We're considering how civil it's been so far.
Roll me a 1d3.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
2.
Okay. You don't notice anything. However, you feel the area go cold around you as you see Gerald pull out his gun and point it in this direction.
Oh, where? I'm not looking right now. Where? Okay.
And he says something to the effect of, "To you, Jonathan, I think you were followed by someone trying to gang up on me."
I'm just gonna stab out a cigarette and turn in the direction Gerald's pointing the gun. Can I look at if there's something there?
Yeah,
Like-
as you turn, you see a swish of red hair.
This better fucking.
Anger.
There are 2 redheads that could be.
I don't know. It's pulling out his gun and cocking it, just in case it is the undesirable redhead. It's gonna start circling sort of in this direction.
As you get to about here, you see Valerie with her back towards the tree, looking away from you.
Just slowly, just. Is just not looking at him? Or...
She's not. She's just standing there because she knows she got caught. And you see her kind of just go, "Fuck." And she kind of peers towards the side to catch your eye.
Yeah, or she's catching a disappointed eye.
Do you say anything to her?
Right, for now, he's just gonna give her the really disappointed stare.
She just kind of shrugs and is like, just kind of waving her hands like, And Gerald just shakes his head, not putting his gun away.
Yeah, but Jonathan isn't either, so...
Two of my proteges here now. What a shock.
Believe me, it actually is. What the fuck are you doing here?
Do you want the truth or the half-truth?
Stupid question. Go on.
Well, after you did not show up after 10 minutes, we got worried, and I told Owen that I was going to go find you. And that's when I saw you take a cab.
How the fuck did you manage to follow the cab all the way here?
Luck. Pure, unadulterated luck.
Right, well, good job. You've passed your tracking exam. Wonderful. I'm still fine, though. So how about you make sure Christian is too?
He's fine. And Gerald just kind of sighs and shakes his head. Why don't the three of us have a conversation?
I'm just gonna sit down on the rim of the fountain here at this point.
Valerie
sort of forlornly look at the stubbed out cigarette. Fuck, I shouldn't have kept the stub.
I should have kept the same. Valerie kind of moves forward but keeps her distance. And Gerald just kind of looks at the two of you. I could easily remove the wanted level off of Valerie.
Yeah, I'll have a conversation.
Restore the rank back to Christian after his stupid attempt at what he did. For you both bringing me McAllister's head. And to adding on to that, the person who shot Val, and as he goes to end that sentence, you watch as something sparks within Valerie as she snaps at him. You're the one who shot me, you fucker. I watched you that night.
Donovan's going to very casually check the magazine on this gun and slide it back into place. He's not getting involved in this.
Check Gerald's facial expression. Is this surprising him?
He's more curious about Gerald's actual answer.
Yes and no.
You watch as Gerald just kind of gasps. I have no idea what you mean, Valerie.
It's a sus sentence in general. People don't really use that when they're innocent. I'm gonna insight check that one. That's a sus thing to answer.
Inside it? Okay.
I don't think my previous insight roll carries over, does it?
No, it does not.
Oh, well, damn. Was worth an attempt. 11.
11. However, again, you know Gerald well. You know that this is a bold-faced lie.
Well, luckily the gun is still out and cocked, so no need to change that. But I'm going to observe for now. I'm curious to see where this is going.
Valerie, you watch as Valerie pulls out her own weapon. You see, she hasn't hit the side of it to remove the safety, but she is holding it. You can see her hand is slightly shaking. For so many years, I waited for this moment to face you again and to stop this stupid crusade you have against everyone. You have been the reason that the Hunter Society is the way it is. You're messing around with the head council, the blatant disregard for all human life. The fact that you would rather take out good vampires, ones who have absolute no involvement in the war, just so that you can get political gain in council. This is not the Gerald that trained me, or Jonathan, or Christian. You shot Christian with the same bullet that you shot me.
Same type, I should say.
Do you say that aloud?
No, but I mean, maybe very quietly to himself, but not in any sort of volume people can hear.
Gerald will sigh after a bit. Jonathan, what do you think of these accusations?
What?
I think Nessie got yeeted.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
did I?
Yeah,
you
you
caught
said
off like Jonathan.
Okay, so Gerald looks at you and says, Jonathan, what do you think of these accusations?
Do you really need to involve me in this?
She's saying in front of both of us. It's right that we get
yes.
an opinion.
Is it?
If she's wrong, you can damn well tell her yourself. And if she's right, she can assert that herself too. What exactly am I gonna do here? I wasn't there. You want me to think she's lying, then convince me.
Maybe we can test it. And he is going to point the gun at you, Jonathan, and take a shot.
Fuck.
Okay then.
Dodge?
Jonathan's gun is conveniently already out.
I don't think that's going to hit. Does a 12 hit?
It absolutely doesn't.
Yay.
Okay, hold up. I was gonna say, the way Jonathan dodges that one is just by sort of dumping backwards into the fountain. Because he wouldn't be expecting that, would he?
No, he would not.
He sort of come back out of the water with the gun already pointed.
Hell yeah.
Would the gun be able to fire nicely if it's wet?
It's not been wet for long, has it?
And it's not been drenched.
Okay.
It was like a brief dip in the water. It should be able to survive that.
Yeah, because he
Right.
rolled a disadvantage too.
Why?
Distance.
Oh, too close.
Oh!
Love that.
Jonathan doesn't have a gunner feat. Gerald doesn't have the gunner feat.
No, he does not.
And When we last met, I was but the learner, but now I am the master.
Hell yeah.
With
I have no such weakness.
as Gerald takes that shot at you, you watch as Valerie jumps forward, crossing the path in between the both of you, or between the two of them, and she is going to spend a key point with flurry of blows, and is going to take 1, 2, 3 hits towards Gerald. It's a lot. 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
And
yeah, one of those.
yes, one of them does in fact hit. You watch as she just punches towards him. The first hit actually connecting with his face as she uses almost the butt of her gun to kind of smack him across the face. However, the next two, he's able to kind of jump back and not so close to her, avoiding the hits.
Would almost be cooler if the first two missed, but like the third one was like a critical fucking upper punch or something.
Okay.
So then him dodging 2 hits and then getting
like just getting smacked.
Oh.
I'd like for you guys to roll initiative.
There comes the turn order thing. Initiative +5. Hey, I get combat and you don't. 24. I'm on top of this shit.
Hold on. That's a 22, a 24, and a 16.
Oh,
Eat shit, Gerald.
eat shit.
Okay.
Die.
At the top
Love
of the
to see it.
round, Jonathan.
Right. So Jonathan just successfully dodged a shot
Uh-huh.
into the water, came back up to see Gerald getting uppercutted by Valerie.
Mm-hmm.
His gun is already out and presumably still functional.
Yes.
But considering that this situation seems to have escalated very quickly, be faster, and I don't think Jonathan's done talking, if he can avoid it. So he's not going for kill shots on this one. He's not going for a headshot. He's going for a disabling shot if he can.
Okay.
Because Valerie is probably better equipped to disable Gerald, but Valerie is also less likely to actually attempt to do so.
She is a fiery redhead for a reason.
Yes, lean into the stereotypes.
Yes. I'm allowed to do
So
that.
I would say Jonathan is actually aiming for the leg on this one.
Okay.
But yeah, Gerald is moving, so that's probably not an easy hit. I feel like in the name of realism, I need to take a hit to my hit chance here.
Okay. You can roll at disadvantage.
That's not exactly horrible with my chance to hit, but I'll do it anyway. Hold up, let me verify real quick. Oh no, actually, hold up, my bonus thing went up. I need to increase that by 1. Okay. Right, so first one, 23.
Hits.
Second one, 17.
Does not hit.
Okay, so because that's a disadvantage, that shot misses. But he has 2 attacks per turn. He only has 1 gun out, so there's no bonus attack. And
Yep.
he's not going to go Hunter's Mark because he doesn't actually want to kill. He just wants to disable. So I'm going to do the same thing again. Again at disadvantage because he's still aiming for the leg. 13. Okay, yeah, don't even need to roll the second one
Yeah,
here,
it
do I?
does not hit.
Okay, so Jonathan just misses 2 shots, but still, keep him on his toes.
You're a little disoriented due to hitting the water, and you watch as your
He
2
has,
hits.
like, drenched hair in his face.
Yeah, like you're a little
Like
bit
the-
soaked at this
And
point.
I'd like to take my bonus action to swipe the hair out of my face.
Go ahead. Okay. You watch as Valerie goes and takes another attack. She throws these blows that seem to go at a almost Mach speed. Okay. So, whoops, did the wrong thing, wrong direction. She's gonna again, this time taking.
I'm RPing today.
You are.
Hey.
She's
It's
gonna
awesome.
take 4 attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 of those hit. So
Damn.
you watch as Valerie stands up strong and just whacks him once, twice, and then does a right uppercut. Again, right under his jaw.
Exact same combo, just this time it hit.
You see as she does an astonishing amount of damage. That,
Oh, shit.
What is that? That's
20. That's 26.
That's
Thank you.
26.
Shit, man.
I mean, I don't want to say it, but I could feasibly, approach those levels of damage with a regular ass shot, just one.
Oh, shush.
Yeah.
You've done it before.
I've done it before.
He's done it.
Dan,
Valerie.
you and I are the
I don't even
single
need
target
to crit.
damage.
Meanwhile, I'm multi-target damage.
Yeah,
I
Valerie.
can do 29.
Yeah, Valerie literally just does a whack towards Gerald as you watch as he kind of stumbles back. He kind of puts his hands up to protect his face, him subsequently dropping his gun to the ground as you watch as it becomes his turn, and you just watch as this red glow just erupts from his body as he just screams out enraged. And he just takes...
Barbarian.
Oh, barbarian. Okay.
He just takes his hand and with also just a blow at Valerie, returning it back towards her.
Oh shit.
1, 2. He's also going to recklessly attack towards her. One of those is a crit.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
So he is going to do, with this hit, you watch as he just punches towards her, hitting her harder and harder as he actually pushes her back with the last hit as it just hits her super. Like, you watch as she kind of looks up and blood is slightly trickling out of her lip as she takes 28 points of damage.
I mean, Gerald is
Ooh.
built like a brick shithouse, so no shit. he's gonna hit hard.
Top of the round.
Yeah, so at this point, Jonathan has slightly gotten his bearings after having to just spontaneously dodge a fucking bullet out of nowhere. He is still not entirely sure what exactly prompted Gerald to shoot at him rather than Valerie. And he will express this confusion in a "What the fuck, Gerald?" Also, considering that the violence seems to escalate, he is going to not aim for the leg this time, but the lower body, which is considerably easier to hit.
Okay.
And possibly 100 mark, given he's now barbarian
So,
raging.
I don't think I'm gonna... so no disadvantage on this one.
Correct.
18.
Beats it, beats it.
Right, okay, so now I know
Hell
his AC.
yeah.
Alright, roll for damage, I suppose. Gerald is damaged, so I deal extra damage to him.
Oh,
Don't have Hunter's Mark up, so no 1d6, but that still rounds up to 17 points of damage.
Not bad.
That's just one hit. I've still got another.
Yeah.
It's not a full action. I think pulling out my second sidearm would be considered a full action, though.
Yes.
Right, so he's not doing that right now. I sort of presume he just has both hands on the pistol now for, more stable shooting. So I'm gonna go for the second attack. 17, yeah, well...
Does not hit.
Right,
Ow.
well, no, that's...
You take that
Yeah.
shot, it hits his thigh, and you see it like dig into the upper part. It definitely scraping into the flesh and digging in as he screams out. And as he turns, the second one kind of hits the side of what you can tell is his bulletproof vest as it kind of bounces away and doesn't even hit him. However, next is Valerie. You watch as Valerie kind of wipes the blood off her mouth and she goes back in, this time to attack kind of his back area as Gerald had kind of turned towards you to face you.
Knees.
And she is going to do another 4 attacks. 1, 2, 3,
oh, oh.
4.
1.
Oh,
Those all hit.
shit.
2.
Holy shit.
3.
Anger.
Fun.
1,
Goddamn.
2,
I
Oh,
count
wow.
not one but 2
3.
critical hits.
4.
Oh, wow.
You watch as Valerie kind of jumps onto his back, holding onto him and just punching him multiple times in the head, trying to get him to fall down. She goes in
Bring down the law here.
and you watch as he kind of tumbles forward, trying to keep her weight up as well as his own. That is 8. Oh god, 8,
Hold on.
18,
17.
8,
27.
9. Remember, those two are doubled.
Yeah, that's yeah.
So that's
So 7 plus 2 is
8
9. So that's 7.
plus 18 plus 20
57.
plus 11. Is that 57?
Yeah.
Okay. He
How are you
changed.
gonna do this, Valerie?
Goddamn.
Don't piss her off.
No.
Definitely don't piss her off. Holy fuck.
So I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that, considering that I'm fairly certain he's a barbarian and just raged, I don't think Gerald is going to be talking much.
No. He is angry. And seeing it's now his turn, you watch as he just, with the weight of Valerie still on his back, he turns towards you and slowly crawls, lifting his leg up, and slowly continues his way till he meets up directly in front of you.
He's
And-
being hit in the head while and he's still walking towards me.
Jesus Christ.
What did I do?
Who knows? And with this, he is going to hit you, or attempt to hit you, with 3 hits. 1, 2, 3. That is a 22, an 18, and a 17.
Only the 22 hits.
Only the 22 hits?
Okay.
That is 8 points of damage.
Yep. Oh no, I am down to what's it? 96 HP. Oh no, how shall I
Oh
ever survive?
no.
Oh, no.
Hell
That's a lot of damage.
yeah.
Okay.
This all day.
Jonathan, your turn.
I have no disadvantage just because the fucker's right in front of me, which doesn't make sense with guns anyway. So, now the problem is that Valerie's on his back
Yes.
and sort of wrapped around his head like a very angry caterpillar. So he can't go, like, even though at this point he'd be up for it, he can't really go for the headshot because if he misses. So instead, Jonathan is going to attempt to take a few steps back.
Okay, he's going to do an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, sort of like a swing as he's backing up.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Which will be... Attack of opportunity is this. Does a 16 hit?
Does not.
Okay, so he misses with his
He
hit.
dodges that sort of like half-hearted swing. And again, aiming for the lower body, but that's not exactly a hard target to hit. First attack, 16.
Does not hit.
Second attack, 12
Oof,
already.
it does not hit.
Okay, so we're just gonna say that Jonathan is being
Life
very
and
cautious
death
with the shot
situation?
because there are friendlies in the area. This is a danger close fire mission.
Yes. Okay.
So he's, you know, rather miss than hit the wrong target.
Yeah.
Valerie seems to have this under control for the most part.
So, speaking of, it is Valerie's turn. She is going to have to make a save, as she has to try to stay on his back. And that passes. So she is able to stay on his back as she again takes 4 shots. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 2 of those hit. And she does 14 points of damage.
Compared to last turn, that's kind of pathetic, but, you know, damage is damage.
Running out of steam.
They can't all be gemmed.
They can't all. So, it is Gerald's turn. You watch as Gerald attempts to get Valerie off of his back. That passes. You watch as he grabs a hold of her and using his strength, he takes a hold of her and just throws her at you.
I expected that.
I need you to roll me either acrobatics or athletics to either catch her or get out of the way.
Which one's which?
Acrobatics to get out of the way, athletics to catch her.
Well, I have one more on athletics, so I'm gonna go for that one.
Okay, so you're trying to catch her.
12.
With a 12, she kind of rams into your body as the both of you kind of topple to the ground together. It is your turn. You are currently on the ground in the water.
Yeah, in the water, so he's gonna have to heave himself up by the sort of fountain rim since he's right next to it. Oh, actually, does he have to fully get up? He could just pull himself up with like one arm and use the other to aim.
You don't have to get up to aim.
Yeah, so he'd just pull himself out enough that his head's above the water with the gun. Because I don't think the water in the fountain is particularly deep.
It's kind of...
Probably deep enough.
It's kind of at knee height.
Yeah, deep enough
Yeah,
to
not-
drown somebody in, but, you know, you can't sit in it. So that's what he's doing right now. Now, there are no targets left in the vicinity, so he can go all in, which I'm going to choose to articulate by him casting Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
With his bonus action.
Yeah.
It's no longer messing around. 18 meets it, beats it, correct?
Yep.
Right, so let's roll damage this time. 10 plus 1d8 plus 1. There we got the
Congratulations, Gerald.
full
You've been
damage
promoted
roll
to-
unlocked.
Oh, man.
Congratulations, Gerald. He is no longer holding back.
They've been
Yeah.
promoted to
For
victim.
19 damage.
Not bad.
Nice.
Now for the second shot of the turn.
First
Yeah, that
turn,
hits.
yep.
Yeah, that hits.
Wait, hold on, let me quickly verify this is all still correct. Yes. My damage numbers did not change in my last few level ups. Good to know. For 21 damage on this one.
How do you want to do this?
Yes.
Yeah, or I'm just gonna say at this point, since he's focusing in, he just goes for that for a headshot, and well, the first one only hits the shoulder, the second one does land.
You watch as this second shot hits him square between the eyes, as you watch as his face kind of freezes and he just crumples into the water.
So yeah, he's sitting half upright in a fountain right now with a smoking gun in his hand, sort of processing what the fuck just happened.
Congratulations. You have been promoted to deceased.
Donovan still is not entirely sure how this, for all intents and purposes, still somewhat civil conversation turned to violence so quickly.
It took what, like total of 24 seconds?
Yeah, especially like he would not have been surprised if Valerie and Gerald decided to duke it out, but the fact that Gerald took a shot at him is still perplexing.
Valerie just kind of sits next to you. She looks pretty beat up.
I don't know, this is gonna get up, put the gun away for now, and go and check the body. Sort of drag it half upright against the fountain wall.
As you do, you see his body just kind of slump over as he is clearly dead. As you look closer at him, you can tell that he looks older than the last time you saw him.
I mean, yes, that's how aging works, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. but like significantly older. Like his long, dark black hair is no longer black, as it is definitely significantly more speckled with gray.
Jonathan is going to delay any sort of personal crisis and go into professionalism mode and try and check, sort of search the body if there's any hint as to what the fuck just went down.
Roll me an investigation check.
Mhm. Where the fuck is investigation? There it is. 25.
With a 25, as you look
He's
over...
locked in. Like...
Yeah, he's locked in. As you look over the body, trying to figure out what happened, why did this happen, you find a letter. As you...
That survived the water?
It's messy up. It's messed up. Messied up. Oh my god.
up.
Messied
Messied
up.
up.
Messy, messy.
It's methy.
It's meffy.
Neffied up.
It's sort of wrinkled in his pocket. However, it seemed to have been under his layers of clothing that it didn't seem to like exactly hit the water at all. And when you look at it, you recognize the seal.
Do I? Well, don't keep me in suspense.
Uh-oh.
It's of a certain family that you
Which
have
family?
had relations with in the past.
Relations?
A certain family that you protected. It's Anastasia's
Okay, yeah.
seal.
Okay, yeah, that a letter with a seal from a high-ranking hunter on a high-ranking hunter. What's in it?
However, when you open up the letter, it is not Anastasia's handwriting. However, it is signed
Oh, yeah, it's...
by Anastasia. And
I mean, I can make an educated guess as to who that might have been, considering that there's a family member of that family that was hanging around Gerald a lot back at the party.
Hmm.
Who?
Hmm.
The
One of the three
letter,
sisters.
the letter details specific information about your work with Valerie and how you seem to potentially be a leak for the Hunter Society to the vampires, as well as Christian's work with you. This gives detailed information to Gerald about your dealings with the other group and potentially you being a spy for them.
By other group, do you mean us?
Yes.
I'm definitely keeping that letter. Because again, since it seems, as someone who knows Anastasia, if it is literally that obvious that it's not her handwriting, well then. The question now is, did Gerald know that too? Was this just a cover in case someone else found the letter? Or did Gerald genuinely not know? It's not like I can ask him now.
You see Valerie kind of pick herself up off the ground. Did you find anything?
Wordlessly hand over the letter. Let's keep searching Gerald. And also like fully dragging him out of the water at this point.
Okay, you drag him out, struggling a little. I need you to roll me, I would say an athletics check.
14.
With a 14, you struggle quite a bit trying to get him out. He is, like,
Bless you.
you're well built as you are a hunter as well as a high-ranking hunter. However, Gerald is thick. He is a beefy person. And
like a brick shit house.
yes, he is literally built like a brick shit house. And you struggle to get him out of the water. and he kind of topples out because you're not able to fully support him as you lift him over the edge, and he lands flat on the ground. After a few minutes, though, Valerie just kind of cocks her head. So, someone in council knows everything? Or is being misled?
That's not her handwriting.
Oh, lovely. So someone who has connected to her seal is aware of everything going on.
Probably Catherine, if the letter ended up with Gerald.
Not that bitch. I had enough dealings with her at the banquets we had. Her trying to get her hands all over you. Ugh.
Just sort of takes the letter back at this point too. Just keeps looking between the letter and Gerald.
Hmm.
Right. Well, this seems far too premeditated for me. We're probably gonna have to act fast, otherwise someone else is gonna control the information. This is not Anastasia's handwriting, so this is almost certainly not done with her approval. So, considering how high of a fucking mess this is, it's best I take this right to her.
Do you want me to come with you?
Best not. Stick with Christian for now.
But, Jonathan, you shouldn't go alone.
I'm not going anywhere. We're in the digital age. Actually, he's gonna verify if his phone is still working, because he did sort of land in the water.
Most phones are waterproof these days.
Yeah, or at least can handle a brief soak, but you never know. He's gonna verify first.
Roll me an investigation check.
Or is
Actually,
it this
no.
hard to investigate?
No. Actually, roll me a 1d100.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
No, I forgot the letter. There we go. 7.
Unfortunately, as you press your phone, you see it does not work.
Fuck. Does your phone work?
The water.
Roll me a 1d100 for her.
55.
Unfortunately, as she pulls out her phone.
What?
Odd or even?
What's the distribution here?
It was odd or even.
I called it.
You could have maybe flip a fucking coin at that point.
It's more fun to do 1d100. You see neither of your phones work.
Okay, guess we're both going back to Christian. Actually, no, never mind. Probably best if someone comes here. We have corpse. Or punch the, sort of slightly slap the phone twice to see if that works. You never know, impact maintenance and all that.
Nope. It is purely water damaged. You can see the water jiggling underneath the screen.
Actually, big brain move. Does Gerald's phone still work? He must have a phone. Like, there is no way he's that much of a boomer. So,
Okay. I will roll for him. You're watching.
Come on.
Nope.
Can you fate point that?
I'm not fating the fucking phone.
Can you inspo it?
It's not worth it.
That's not my
It's fucking
role.
fun.
Ah.
Like, I can't exactly
Well,
roll.
that too, but It's not worth it. Just
Does
go
he
back
have a
to
backup
Euphoria.
phone?
Someone's got,
He
there's
might
got
have a
phone,
second
right?
phone if he's a double agent.
Does Gerald have a second phone?
Roll me an investigation check.
I keep forgetting what my investigation is.
He's doing it too often too.
God, there's so many
18.
fucking
With an
layers.
18, deep within his service vest, you find a secondary phone.
Is it like a flip phone or something?
Yes, it is.
Ah, yes,
I will
Your obvious
allow
burner phone.
you to roll me a 1d100.
Come on, what's the odds of me getting fucked 4 times in a row?
Never tell me the
Come
odds.
on.
1 in 8 times.
Come on. Yes!
It is
Yeah.
not broken. When you open it up, you actually see a text message.
Did I just get handed valuable intel by chance?
Uh-oh.
Fingers crossed.
I'm a gracious DM. You see it, it's from a number
Yes.
that you don't recognize. However, it reads, "Did you finish the job?"
Someone write this down, by the way. So first of all, remember the fucking number. It's not like he can type it down on his phone, but he does have
Honestly,
this
yes.
thing now.
Honestly, yes.
First of all, does he recognize the number? Probably not, but
No, he does
worth
not.
asking. Okay. Second of all, if he checks the contacts on this phone, is Anastasia already in it?
No,
Because he
it
probably
is.
knows Anastasia's number. So
There are no numbers in the phone.
okay, in that case, good. That means
Ah.
Anastasia probably hasn't saved this number either, so it's not
But
immediately sus
history.
if Jonathan.
His history and saved are different. Like if they save numbers,
Is there a
it might
call?
be-
Is there a call history on the phone?
or text
Roll me an
history.
investigation check.
Am I allowed to interject like this?
Is Jonathan like a tech boomer that I need to roll for this?
No, it's chances.
Yeah, well, no, there isn't.
There not.
Okay, so in that case, putting off like the number for now, Jonathan is going to ring up Anastasia right now.
It rings for a few seconds, and then you hear it pick up, and it's not Anastasia on the other line. However,
If it's better not be Catherine.
you recognize the voice as Conrad.
Oh.
Hello?
Conrad, why are you on this number? You should be able to recognize Jonathan's voice, right? Like-
Yeah. Jonathan, well, I am sitting in for my grandmother.
Right, well, good enough. I've got a bit of a problem, and your family's directly involved.
Okay.
There's really no use sugarcoating it. I am standing in front of Gerald's corpse.
What?
Well, yes, long story short, he tried to kill me, so I got there first. But more importantly, the reason he seems to have tried to do this is because he has a letter sealed with your family's seal, signed with your mother's name, but not written in her handwriting, implicating me in a plot. And whoever this is obviously has access to high resources, and I really do not want them to control the narrative on this, so I'm informing you as soon as possible.
Okay, and you have proof of this?
Well, yes, I have the corpse right here, I have the letter right here. Anything else will have to be word of mouth. I've got one witness if I have to.
You hear him, pause for a few seconds. I can send over a few agents within the next 30 minutes to come pick up the body. I would advise that you do not be there when they come in, and I will have someone meet up with you from the family to retrieve the letter from you.
Also, if you can relay this information to your mother as soon as possible.
Yes, I will relay it to my grandmother in a bit.
Yeah, sorry. I got confused about the family tree for a moment, but
Grandmother.
Jonathan would not have. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
fine.
killed my mentor. Give me a break.
Yeah, Jonathan probably wouldn't have made this mistake, but it
Yeah.
has been like literally what? How long since we went to that party? So,
A while ago.
Yeah.
well, sorry for dumping this on you, but
My grandmother will not be happy about it, but
oh, believe me, neither am I.
are you okay?
That remains to be seen.
Were you the only
Physically,
one involved?
though, yes. Well, again, I have one witness, though I suppose they would be classified as currently undercover, so I'm somewhat hesitant to directly involve them in this.
Okay. But yeah. I'll send Sophie over. She'll be meeting up with you. Is there a good place to meet up with you?
Well, I can't exactly say the part. Is there some other, like, non-Euphoria location that would be good for a meetup in the city?
You can roll me a history check.
Well,
With a 12, there's not many public places that you wouldn't run into other hunters. You could probably find a coffee shop someplace within the city.
so I'm just gonna assume that Jonathan, on the way here, went past some coffee shop,
Yeah.
restaurant, something along the lines, and he's just going to list off a random one of those.
Okay, I'll take that. Okay, I'll have her meet you there tomorrow, okay?
Right. Any particular time frame? Is it
I'll
gonna be dinner, lunch, breakfast?
Probably midday. She's currently in
Right.
school, so I can't exactly tell her.
Well, I'll be there tomorrow.
Okay. And I would advise bringing your witness, or any witnesses you may have.
Right.
It will be better for your, I guess, quote unquote case, as much as that is crazy. Are you sure Gerald's dead?
Well, he didn't seem to be holding back, so I didn't either, and the last time I checked, a bullet to the brain very much is lethal.
I see.
It's a hunter bullet too, so be careful who you hand the corpse to.
That's why I think our internal group will take care of this.
Yeah, well, I know this looks bad, but fuck, oh no. I'll see I'll see Sophie tomorrow.
Okay. Take care, Jonathan. And please, be careful with who you give information to right now.
I know there's not many people around, so don't worry about that part.
Okay. I'll talk to you later.
Right. Yeah, Dragon, I can't take pictures. The phone is busted.
Sorry, my bad.
It's a flip phone. I can't take photos with.
Get Owen to take a picture when you get back to Euphoria. Something. I don't know. We need.
Flip phones
Yeah.
can take photos.
Sorry,
Take a look.
not there.
Mhm.
Can't get.
Yes, Jonathan is definitely keeping the letter, but well, I mean, this is technically a public park, but it is suspiciously deserted. Is he really? Can he really just leave the corpse out there? Like, what's the odds that no one's gonna see it for this long?
You don't know.
I mean, I'm gonna presume that he actually rattled off the address to Conrad at some
Yes.
point. So, did he also tell him where exactly the corpse was in the park?
I could say that yes, you did.
All right. In that case, he's gonna leave it exactly where it is and not touch it any further. He's going to take both of Gerald's phones, though, because even though it's busted, you might be able to recover some data from it. So, I guess we're heading back to Euphoria for now.
Okay.
Until tomorrow, at least.
You take the trek back to Club Euphoria.
Donovan is fucking drenched, too.
Valerie is also.
Yeah.
However, heading back to the Sealy Court.
I'm done with everything.
Not yet.
By the way, Jonathan, JH, hell yeah, that was fucking
Rage,
amazing.
Fuck yeah, my dude. Fuck yeah.
It's literally just me. And Nessie.
And
Yes.
Hell, fucking
that's how it
yeah.
works. That's how it works.
Sorry, I'm here. I'm doing mod shit elsewhere.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
It's fine. It's just questions regarding emulators and save states.
Oh,
On.
Fascinating.
indeed.
Shit I know about. Anyway.
Anyway.
Am I to assume that you are my uncle? Him.
He just kind of turns to face you and raises an eyebrow. Yes.
Lovely. I'm going to extend my hand for a handshake.
You watch as he just, like, you approach opening your hand to him, and he just kind of looks at your hand and back up at you, raising an eyebrow and kind of scoffs, rolling his eyes and turning away from you.
Ah. Too human.
However, you see the girl you saw before and her cute little bubbly
I
voice.
recognize her.
She just kind of smiles and says, "So you're technically my nephew? Oh my god, you're so adorable!" And she just kind of jumps up and wraps
Oh
her
my
arms
God.
around you.
Figured you
Uh-oh.
would have noticed that when I said I was Chandria's kid.
Well, at that time it wasn't confirmed, so welcome to the family.
Thanks.
My name is Venestra, and this is Dom, of course.
Please spell.
VERENESTRADAHM.
Cool.
And don't pay
Oh,
attention to Dom. He's always full of himself. And you watch as he kind of turns and just kind of looks at her. Why am I stuck between you two?
Raise his hands. I did nothing.
He kind of scoffs, rolling his eyes, and looks at Titania. "Mother, may I please leave the court? I believe my abilities weren't needed today." And she just kind of shoos him off, and you watch as he just kind of goes around and leaves the room.
Lovely
Seems
fellow.
lovely.
Again, just ignore him.
I mean, I'm not offended.
Takes a lot to offend Caro.
I've spent a lot of time in a lot of places. It happens.
Of course.
Like, putting, magical bombs in the, mage room.
That was one time. One time.
Vi just kind of looks at her nails and then just kind of shrugs at
You
you.
will not let that go.
No, because I was the one who had to take the blame for you. So my mother didn't
In my
wring your
defense,
neck.
it was funny.
To explode all the toilets in the mage castle?
Yes, it was hilarious.
Yeah, I think Violet's kind of just like laughing right now.
I believe me and Erdan both ended up on detention for like 2 months because of that. But you got nothing.
I don't know. I still don't know why I got off scot-free with that.
My mother suspected you for, I would swear, years.
I mean, she never liked me to begin with. Anyway. I do have urgent matters I would like to discuss with those that are present, minus maybe the guards.
You watch as the two guards kind of look at themselves, like look at each other and then look at you. And this one pipes up, "Our jobs are to protect the king and queen."
Neraina's still looking straight at him. Is this just the normal sort of indignation that might come from, a guard to the king and queen, or is this, like it annoyed the fuck out of him?
Roll me an insight.
$17.
17. You can see a little bit of like, when blood pressure rises, the little vein in the forehead is starting to kind of twitch on him. He seems quite annoyed.
Okay. Where is his focus? Like, would he see Neraina just kind of giving him the, or just having her eyes locked on him? Would he notice that, or is he focused on Caro right now?
He seems to be focused on Caro.
Okay.
I'm afraid this is a urgent matter that must not be shared with outside ears.
And at that, you see a dust of gold start to spin around you, almost like encircling you. And this gold dust then turns into a rainbow. As floating above you is this short, about the size as Tanwin.
Oh, lovely.
Speaks out, "Oh, jolly good sir! Hello, everyone!"
Oh,
All right, proper leprechaun indeed.
ha!
My queen and king, I am so sorry for being late. As he takes a bow, and you see he farts out rainbows.
Bard, yeah.
Dear Lord. You are an exuberant one.
As he bounces around,
Yes,
you
he
see him
is.
bounce from here to here to here as he kind of does a twirl in the air and lands right here on the edge and takes a seat. dangling his
Violet
legs
is
on
just-
the edge.
Yeah, Violet is just watching this, like, very much amused.
Neraina kind of raises an eyebrow and then turns her attention back to Silric's brother and the people on the dais.
Neraina, you watch as Silric's brother kind of just reach up and pinch the bridge of his nose. And then you watch him whisper something to Oberyn, who kind of leans down to listen. And you see that he kind of snorts. And he says rather loud, "You cannot stab the leprechaun. He's quite a gesture. He's quite a jester."
At that, Neraina will smirk, but also just and kind of nudge Silric. Apparently, your brother doesn't like him. Quietly, very quietly in Silric's ear.
I'm assuming everybody heard the remark from the king about.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Assuming that you'd be able to catch him, he seems like a rather quick individual.
I assure
At
you,
that
I've
remark,
caught
I'm-
worse.
That's Silric's brother still, or
Yes.
At
Okay.
that remark
That-
that Violet makes, I'm going to give Violet a side eye and say, "I've never stopped you from trying."
Hey, there's a difference between leprechauns and sprites, and the biggest difference is that this one and that is that you, in particular, happen to be a pain in my ass. Besides, he's funny. You're a stick in the mud.
oh,
Okay. Laughter is all well and good. Can I talk to you now in private, please?
You watch as the leprechaun disappears, and you see the two guards just kind of sigh, looking up at the king and queen, and they kind of wave them away, and you watch as they just head towards the back of this area. Some of the other fae go back further, and others fly away into the trees.
Neraina can't catch the brother's eye. Damn it. Oh well.
It's a lot of little fairies.
Or
There's
can
water.
she? Have they have they
Are
left, or have they
several,
just
yes.
backed up?
They just backed up.
Okay, as they do, she's gonna try. She's gonna keep looking at him and see if he looks in her direction again. She's trying deliberately to catch his eye at this point.
Since you're trying, I will roll. She has the same stats as Silric. I'll roll a perception for him to see if he sees it. He just kind of turns and walks away.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
If he's just turning to walk, there's nothing she can do. You know, so. She'll let it go for now.
Okay. The whole room is up for you.
All right. I trust you're aware of some of your subjects going missing lately. Did you catch that?
1 second. I'm dealing with a situation in the background.
Okay.
Affirmative.
Oh no.
Okay. I think here, with the conversation where it's at and where you're about to do this big conversation, this is a good place to stop. I think you guys have done well today. There was combat. There was persuasion and conversation. And you may have opportunities next time to do a little bit more RP. JH is dead.
I have to dress up again next week to get more inspiration. Oh well.
JH
I
is
did all of this
simultaneously
without
one of-
using a single inspiration point.
You did pretty
JH
good.
simultaneously.
Your points were really good. Like, you did exceptionally well. I am proud of all of you. Let's see if there's anyone to raid out to. Don't show again, please. Can you stop? Thank you. Let's
I know
see.
the fucking tropes. I know what to look out for.
And you didn't do your big explodey thing.
What?
The
My
thing
what?
you had talked about.
Okay, yeah, no, I
Explo-
didn't do the reveal this time. It didn't
you
feel
didn't.
correct.
That's fine. We are gonna go and attack.
She just confused
Zell.
everybody even more with just
I
by
did,
calling
which
it an
is-
explodey thing. It
which
is
is-
not explodey. Why did you call it an explodey thing?
Because I like.
Oh,
She
well,
did
whatever.
not do an. Because she wants to confuse us.
Irony. Guess what Zell is
What?
playing? Keep talking
Well,
and
I have
nobody
unconfused you.
explodes.
Hey, I love that
Quick
game.
and scream, and then no one
Make
will
sure
explode
to
ever again.
show them love. Make sure to send all the love and support. This week we are not having Baldur's Gate because I believe Luca is busy this week. However, we will be back here
Yeah.
Tuesday with our regularly scheduled program to continue streams since this month has been so messed up. Again, have a wonderful day. Stay safe, guys. And bye-bye.
Bye.
I'm seeing you waving, but I am.
Bye.
Yeah,
We're
you
all
too.
waving.
Bye.
Human brains are weird.
We are
It's only
so weird.
9:13, holy shit.
Here we are again.
Well,
Here we are again.
Always
It's an
such a
pleasure.
That was fun. That was fun.
That could
Leprechaun
literally be
was,
Valerie right now, since Gerald did try to kill her twice.
You tried to
Ow.
kill her?
My eyes.
Oh yeah, Gerald did. Yeah.
Again, twice.
Yes.
Once the first time, well, actually, he wasn't really aiming for Valerie, which is still confusing to me. But because, quite frankly, if he and Valerie had started duking it out, Jonathan might have actually hesitated for a while on whether to intervene, and if so, on whose behalf. But no, he just had to open it on Jonathan and banish